This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. So much of your personal info is out of your control, like your insurance provider that has your social security number and your favorite retailer that has your payment details. If they get breached, your information, your identity, is vulnerable. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it, guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year at LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
If you hit up one of Las Vegas's gentlemen's clubs, you're going to see some polished, perfect, athletic dancers. But what goes on behind the scenes? Today on CityCast Las Vegas, I'm talking to Kayla Mistom. She's been a stripper in Las Vegas for 7 years, and Kayla's going to give us a primer on everything you need to know about our strip clubs and how you can be the best patron possible. It's Tuesday, October 29th. I'm Sarah Lohman, and here's what Las Vegas is talking about. Kayla, what do most people get wrong about strip clubs?
They think that there's only a certain type of girl, but in reality, there's like a variety of different beautiful women in the strip club.
Oh, okay. I actually had a question on this because I was watching some of your TikToks, and you mentioned that there are some clubs out there that are penalizing women for gaining weight. I mean, first of all, how do you feel about that?
I don't like that because it makes women like really insecure and, you know, we're already really hard on our bodies, you know, it's just, I don't like that they do that, but I get it because the strip clubs want to have a certain type of girl. I believe all women are beautiful in their own way.
I do know what you mean. And I get like personally frustrated, like by that again, like you just said, like strip clubs want a certain type of girl because attraction is not one size fits all, right? Like people are into different body types. So I guess out of curiosity, can you recommend some spaces for folks that like do have a variety of dancers or maybe just like a thicker lady for those with that preference?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely Crazy Horse. Crazy Horse is very, very open to like different sizes, unlike like Rhino. You know, I don't want to say anything bad about Rhino, but Rhino is very more like they want like the perfect Barbie doll look. They do have like bigger girls over there, but Crazy Horse has more of like a variety of different sizes and different faces and different ethnicities. So it's like a bunch of different beauties.
And that's where you currently dance, correct?
Yeah, I work at Crazy Horse too. I've been there for so long, but I love that club so much, honestly. It's home. It really is.
Oh, I love the idea that it's even just supporting people with different body shapes. Like, I like different shaped men. Men like different shaped women. That's it, right? Are there clubs you've noticed that are more popular with women than others?
I would honestly say Crazy Horse and probably Rhino too, because it's like a luxury, big strip club. There's hundreds and hundreds of girls working there at night, you know? So
wow. It's huge.
Yeah, that's
That's an enormous staff. Yeah.
I know. Yeah. It gets really crazy.
So because they're bigger strip clubs, they also seem to be more popular with like female patrons.
Absolutely. 100%.
Is there anywhere to see male strippers in Las Vegas?
Is it Sapphires? I think they have like a male strip club up there, but I've never, like I used to work there for 3 days, but I never even heard about guys being up there. But I know they have like Chippendales.
We do have some like sexuality inclusive spots, like a gay strip club. Are there any spots that are like gender inclusive too, or men and women only?
Well, I don't think so. I think it's only like, you know, girls can be dancers, but I know that at Piranhas, they do have a variety of that for sure. Yeah, but not at like these big mainstream strip clubs like Crazy Horse, Rhino, Sapphire, Peppermint Hippo and all of that. It's just like strictly just women.
What kind of denomination should I be bringing if I want to make it rain? 1s, 5s, 20s?
I would definitely say like ones, maybe like, I don't know, like 1,001s.
Okay. That's enough to make it rain.
That's enough to make it rain. Yeah. I mean, obviously I would say maybe like 4,000 or 5,000. That's a lot, you know, but if you want to make it rain and have a good time, money just, it goes by so quick when you're making it rain because it's just so fun. You're throwing it in the air and it's all gone. So I would definitely say like $5,000 for sure.
Oh man, you keep amping it up. We started at 1 and now we're at 5.
I was trying to be nice.
On the other end of the spectrum, what is the minimum amount of money that people should be prepared to spend at a strip club on an average night?
In my opinion, I think maybe like 1,500 would be like good. Like if you want to have a good time, definitely at least 1,500.
In ones, preferably.
Well, not in ones. I mean, if you want to make it rain, definitely like,
Definitely. Okay.
$5,000 in ones. But like if you want to get like, for example, like a champagne room or a VIP room, then I would bring all hundreds. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at Layla because she's asking me to ask for, executive producer Layla Muhammad is asking me to ask for budget-friendly options. Layla, what if you're looking at... Kayla, if you're looking for a budget-friendly option, what are you really getting for that budget-friendly price tag?
Yeah, I mean, you get to talk to us. We get to give you a lap dance. It's all like an experience. You know what I mean? And, you never know. Like we can build a friendship too. You can become a regular and, we can just have fun. So, but it's more just like lap dances and like drinking and just talking. And we're kind of like therapists. A lot of customers come in and they go through stuff. And sometimes they just want to talk to somebody, So we're here to talk to them and help them out. And, whatever they need, we're here for them. So that's what you get out of it, basically, I guess.
That's actually really nice. I'm sorry that I doubted you both.
It's okay. You're fine.
How do you feel about that part of your job? Is being that sort of therapist, is it draining or is it rewarding, or can it be both?
I think it's really rewarding because I'm the type of person where I really care about people. And every time people come in, I feel like they go through stuff and I just feel like I kind of sometimes feel like, not like a therapist, but like an angel, because I know when someone is going through stuff, they come to the strip club and they just like want to talk to someone. So, I'm really good at like talking to people and having a conversation with them and like giving them advice and stuff like that.
That's awesome. Well, oh man, if your stripper is also your therapist, please tip them well, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Actually, that brings us, let's go a little bit beyond like some basic etiquette. Are there some things that if a client does, you're like, oh yeah, this person is top tier?
Etiquette, yes. I would say they cannot touch our private areas, obviously. Like, it's okay, like a little butt slap is fine, but like them going hardcore about it, like leaving marks on us, that is not okay. Because then it leaves a mark on our butt, and it's happened to me a few times. And sometimes they do it by surprise and I get really pissed off, not going to lie. Another etiquette thing I would say is don't steal from us. Don't touch our purse or like don't touch our face. We hate when guys touch our face. Like it's just, it took me a long time to do my makeup. Like don't touch my face, you know what I mean? Or like if they try to like kiss our cheek or something or caress our hair, like just that's off limits. You know what I mean? Definitely off limits.
It sounds like sometimes clients are forgetting that consent is still a thing in this space.
Absolutely.
And if they want to do something, they should ask you. That's it, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So it sounds like getting smacked so hard on your butt that it leaves a mark is one of your worst experiences as a dancer. Are there any particular stories of like a particularly bad night as a dancer? We'll get to the good ones too, but like, what is it like when it goes really shitty for an evening?
When we don't make money and we're there for like 6 hours and all we made is maybe like our house fee back, like $100. That's a really bad night. Also when, customers reject us, they say, oh no, I'm good. I don't want to dance. Or for them to waste our time, because we're putting all of our energy out there into people, so when they waste our time and they're like, oh, we're talking for 30 minutes to an hour and they don't even tip us like for our time, or they convince us that they're going to get a dance with us and then they don't, they like bail last minute. So that's like a really bad night.
Kayla, this sounds like any other service industry job.
Yeah.
For people out there that might think it's different, it can suck. If your customers suck, then the night sucks.
Yeah.
I assume that the house fee is just like your minimum, like what they pay you to come in.
A house fee is like we pay to work there. So,
if you make that back, that's it. That is a really bad night.
Yeah, because basically like we put in all the hours and didn't make any money, so that's a bad night for sure.
This episode of CityCast Las Vegas is sponsored by BetterHelp. We all know it's a little weird and stressful out there, and your own mental health, well, that needs to be a priority. Sorting through the options, finding the right fit for you, that's a daunting task. With insurance woes, time restraints, and even the stigma in seeking support, it could be an additional minefield. And whatever your state of mind, you certainly don't need to pile on. If you're thinking about giving therapy a whirl and you're looking for an easy entry, affordable option, BetterHelp is out there. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. BetterHelp has a brief questionnaire before you get started to match you with the best option, but no screening is perfect, and if it wasn't a good fit, BetterHelp can switch licensed therapists at any time for no additional charge. As the word gratitude enters our vocabulary this season, think about how grateful those around you will be to know you're taking care of yourself. Let the gratitude flow with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/CityCast today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/CityCast.
What have been some of your best experiences as a dancer?
Meeting the girls, the strippers. You know, every dancer has her own story and, you know, like the things that they do like for work other than stripping, and them going through school and succeeding and opening businesses. And I love it so much. I really do feel like home. And I feel so grateful to be a dancer because I feel like stripping really has changed my life a lot. I've been really bad. Like I've had really shitty jobs and I drove a shitty car and it was just like, oh my God, like, is this what life is? Like, I cannot do it, you know? But once I started dancing, like I learned so much about people and respect and just everything, you know, it keeps going and going. Every day is like something new. And I remind myself like, damn, I really do love this job. I mean, of course, some nights I'm like, oh my God, it's so rough. But then I really look at the bigger picture and I'm like, this job made me who I am.
Kayla, that's so beautiful. I love that you're giving some really strong recommendations as far as like the Crazy Horses and Peppermint Hippo and Spearmint Rhino, or the other way around. I always get them confused. I feel like one of our most infamous clubs is Little Darlings.
Yeah.
Do you have any takes on Little Darlings?
Little Darlings, I personally have never worked there. But I feel like that is a good club to start dancing other than Palomino, because Palomino is a good club too. But I guess I could say that club is very outdated. Like they haven't done any like renovations on it. You know, it's like old and it's in a dumpy area. So, I mean, I don't want to say anything bad about those clubs. I'm sure they're great clubs and I've heard of girls making a lot of money there, but it's just not renovated and it doesn't look as luxurious as Crazy Horse 3.
What's Palomino like?
Palomino. So Palomino is an all nude, like fully nude strip club. And it's more like they play a lot of metal music, rock and roll, alternative. It's a little small, but it's a cool club. Like it's a 2-story strip club. It's nice, but it's just like really outdated. You know, it's really, really old. So, but a lot of people like it because of the music.
Yeah, it's a little different. And, you know, for people that don't know, in Vegas, you can either be fully nude and not serve alcohol or have basically bottoms, have the dancers have bottoms on and serve alcohol. But Palomino, interestingly, was grandfathered in. So they're both fully nude and have bar service, too. So it's also like if someone's thinking about going out like that, you should think about what you're looking for in that regard. Like, do you want to drink while you're out or are you more interested in fully nude? Usually have to choose. Kayla, I wanted to ask you if someone listening is sort of inspired by you and would like to become an exotic dancer, a stripper themselves, what do they need to prepare for and how do they get started?
If you want to start stripping, I would highly recommend calling your local strip club. And in my opinion, I would start big because that is where the clientele will be. The money is going to be good. The music's going to be great. There's going to be a lot of girls. And another thing I would prepare is definitely save up at least like $500 because you need to get a sheriff's card. You need to get a business license. You have to buy clothes and then shoes and then makeup. And you have to like really financially, mentally prepare yourself to enter this industry because it's not for everybody. You know, I've had girls that just started and they don't like it and they leave. And then I've had some girls that start and they absolutely love it and they kill it.
You're an independent contractor. You're not in any way an employee of these clubs. You are responsible for your own business license, your own quote unquote uniforms, everything.
Everything. Yeah. Everything.
Wow. So you have to have a little bit of a nest egg to get started as a dancer.
Oh, no, for sure. Yeah. Because we got to pay taxes too, you know, and you have to claim everything, you know, because if you don't, like, how are you going to get a car? How are you going to get a home? How are you going to, you know, build your credit? Like everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's good to do those things.
Can you walk us through a shift as a dancer? Like, do you do a warm up? How does your night unfold? What happens?
Yeah, absolutely. So I walk in and I pay my house fee, which is $150.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go to the locker room, I get changed, I put on my perfume, I put on my earrings, and I get my bag. And then I go to the bathroom, wash my hands. And after that, I always try to find my friends. Like before I go to work, I always try to see if my friends are there. And if they are, then we'll just go straight to the bar. We'll kind of look over the floor and see like how many customers are there.
Mm-hmm.
But what me and my friends like to do is like, we like to pregame. So we'll take like maybe like 2 shots with like a pineapple on the side. And then we'll kind of look in the crowd and be like, okay, let's see who we should go up to. Let's go up to this guy and you go up to that guy. And then that's just how
you make a game plan.
Like a little game plan. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Can you give us any tips on how to be so active in high heels?
Oh, I get this question a lot, actually. I feel like, I think like my feet are just so used to it because I've been stripping for so many years that like being in heels doesn't hurt anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, I don't know how I do it, honestly. I think the first time I started stripping, which is at Palomino, I was like 20 years old. I can't believe I'm remembering this. And it was my first night dancing, and I put on some stripper heels, and my feet were dying. I was like, oh my God. Like, I even talked to the manager. This is so embarrassing, but I talked to my manager, and I was like, is there any way that I can just put on my tennis shoes and work? And he's like, no. And I'm like, oh, I was like, okay. And yeah, but I think over the years, my feet just got comfortable. Like I can run in my heels, like believe it or not, I really can.
God. So if someone wants to be a dancer, do you need to know how to pole dance ahead of time, or is there some on-the-job training for that?
No, honestly, I don't even know how to dance on the pole. Like, I know how to do some tricks, but I'm not that strong. Like, I'm like this like tiny little person, and I'm just not strong, But no, you don't have to learn. Like, you don't have to know how to dance on the pole. A lot of girls learn how to start dancing on the pole at work. Like, let's say, for example, like in the other pole where there's no customers and there's like maybe like 5, 6 girls like teaching each other how to do tricks. So instead of taking like pole classes, you can just learn at the club or have someone else teach you if they have time.
That's kind of a specialist amongst the dancers. Is the pole dancer is a specialist.
Yeah. No, there's some that are really good. Like they're great. But I know those girls probably took some pole classes, and I can see it because they be doing some crazy stuff on the pole. And it's honestly so mesmerizing watching these girls. Like,
they're acrobats.
Yeah, they do it so effortlessly. And I'm like, oh my God, and then they do the splits. And I'm like, I can't even do that.
I mean, I'm thinking too of the Usher halftime show at the Super Bowl this year. He actually incorporated a bunch of local dancers, pole dancers, and it was incredibly impressive. And I also loved that like shout out to this industry in Las Vegas too. So, strip clubs and dancers are a big part of the Las Vegas entertainment industry. Do you think that like your contribution to the Las Vegas economy is taken as seriously as like gambling or even shows on the Strip like Cirque du Soleil?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we are the entertainment of Vegas. Vegas is known for casinos, gambling, strippers. So I feel like we do contribute a lot to Vegas because like we are entertainers and we're showing you a good time and a good experience and connecting with them. And we can even recommend them to other places like restaurants or other strip clubs or casinos. It's like, yeah, like we do a lot. We are definitely like the heart of Vegas, You're
like an ambassador. You're like really, the city and you're sort of like a front facing, very personal concierge.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. If you want to put it that way, I agree.
So how can all Las Vegans support our hardworking dancers?
I would say, of course, other than money, bring money, a lot of it. Tip. Definitely respect us and our time, because we're there to work and make money, but we also want to have a good time. And we have boundaries. So, just kind of, other than respect and money, I would just say, just have a good time, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Last question. As Las Vegas continues to grow and change, how do you hope to see strip clubs growing and changing as well?
I would say I'm hoping that they upgrade the music, like up to date, like music trends, whatever's trending.
Is that not happening? What kind of music are you dancing to? Okay.
No, we do. It's just, I guess some clubs aren't up to date with the music. But another thing that I do want to say too is that the stripper poles, the stage, I hope they continue to make it more like fun. Like add fog machines, cool lights, and like screens. And then another thing too, which this is like really important to me, is I hope that they can give us some health benefits. You know, that's really important. And also, it would be nice to have a professional therapist in the strip club, because I feel like sometimes a lot of us girls, you know, we're not just strippers, but we're humans too, and we have feelings. And sometimes we want to talk to someone. And I know we have the house mom, and she's great. But, you know, she's working, and it will be nice to have some professional mental help support, you know, to just talk to the girls whenever we go through stuff, you know. So, because sometimes it can be really overwhelming, and it can be a lot.
Kayla, thank you so much. I so appreciated this conversation.
Thank you so much.
That's all for today here on CityCast Las Vegas. If you enjoyed the show, send it to a friend. That is the best way to spread the word. Also, you can rate the show and leave us a review and subscribe to our morning newsletter. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Take care.